when it's not about projection for obtaining anything. Everything is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself. When we remove all types of mindset, setting up the mindfulness, samadhi, this is grasping for the setup, the projection. This is the samudaya that is overlaying. So once you declare renunciation and evocation, there is no more difficulty already. Everything is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself. It's not about not taking. It's not about someone who is not taking anything or not grasping anything. It will create a path of practice again, which is the samudaya itself. Samudaya will be arising like this. Let's end it. End the path. Let's not be obsessed with the path to enlightenment. Let's be direct with the conclusion of Nibbana. Everything is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself. There is no need to not taking anything any longer, because that is still taking. Everything is not attached to the non-attachment itself, not attached to the non-attachment itself. This is aligned with the essence of the triple gem totally. They are from not attached to the non-attachment itself. It's not about grasping whatever is in your reminders. Whatever you recall, whatever you remind, is not about grasping. It's bygone in itself. That's it. The respect is there, the thought is there, but it's bygone in itself. It's done. In this way, the conclusion will be within itself more easily. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself. It's not about someone who is not attached to anything. There is no one who is attached or detached. No one who is reaching or not reaching. Auto conclusion, shorten up. Everything is from uninvolved within the uninvolvement itself. Everything is from let go of the letting go itself. Everything is from give up the giving up itself. This will purify the first belief values regarding liberation of suffering. Trying to give up samsara, this is the first belief values, which is still the samudaya in itself. It cannot be used anymore. Everything is from let go of the letting go itself. It's not about let go of anything any longer. The first belief value is the samudaya. It cannot be used any longer. Liberation of suffering, the attempt to liberate, it cannot be used anymore. Liberate from the liberation itself. When there is an identity that tries to liberate, it's not liberating at all. Liberate from the liberation itself, from the attempt to liberate itself. This is the essential code. There is no need to have samudaya overlaying. This will be Nibbana, purifying samsara. From give up the giving up itself. Give up this, give up that, is not giving up itself. It's become a path of practice, which is the samudaya in itself. Without samudaya, there is no path. to be direct. When there is no delusion, there is no path, no one who walks the path, and there is no path that exists. The objects of practice also will not exist because of the delusion, self-importance. That's why there is a practitioner and fabricate all paths in various ways to practice, which is karma. All this is about karma. Kamasthana meditation, vipassana meditation, mindfulness concentration. This is all about karma. Meditative power, contemplation is karma. Path to enlightenment is karma. This is not aligned with Nibbana as it is. Nibbana is not classified as mindfulness. Nibbana is not classified as anything at all. It has no signification as Nibbana. Neither is about mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, meditative power, or anything whatsoever. When you start to practice anything, it's like made up something out of nothing. It is the samudaya, it's karma. It is karma overlaying dhamma. And it's happening all over samsara. Karma overlaying dhamma has happened all over samsara. That's why we need to use terminologies that purify themselves. Let's remove the samudaya using auto-purification in terminologies, or the attempt to solitude from this and that. Solitude from the solitude itself instead. Then there will not be an identity who is taking a solitude. This is because of the belief values regarding solitude. This is blocking the essence of the great compassion for samsara totally, because it's a habit. There is no giving ending for samsara, no great compassion for samsara. It's just like whatever one does, it's just by oneself and that's it. We cannot rely on this kind of belief value at all. Let's conclude to purify again. Solitude from the solitude itself. Then there will be no one who is taking solitude simultaneously with the whole samsara. This will turn into the purification of extinction and emptiness for the whole samsara. Nibbana is not classified as sila at all. It's not by the worldly beings understood. Nibbana is not classified as sila, samadhi, or panya. We cannot use emptiness to create anything at all. Emptiness is not emptiness itself. If you want to say emptiness is sila, how can it become sila when it's not signifying itself as anything? All the blind faith in sila is called silapata pramad. It's the samudaya in itself. Listen to something that gives ending, and ending will happen accordingly. With everything, give up the giving up itself. What is there to be given up? Giving up your possession for all that you have, millions of it, Not yet. Give up body, mind, and life? Not yet. Give up the giving up itself instead. Don't be obsessed to use one's identity to give up anything, thinking that oneself has to continue to give up because the perfection is not yet completed. That is not aligned at all. With everything, give up the giving up itself. With everything, give up the giving up itself. In the identity who is giving up or not giving up. Let's be thorough with this essence. Conclude the conclusion itself. Purify through the conclusion within the reminders itself. Don't let the reminders become samsara continuously. Even to think of the Buddhas is still becoming samsara in itself. The reminders must purify themselves. This is compromising only that. To remind of Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha is just touching on the surface, not yet the same essence. So return to not attach to the non-attachment itself. Let go of the letting go itself, mind from mind itself. Give up the giving up itself with everything. This will be aligned with the essence. This is the reminders that purify themselves. Auto-purification in the reminders. Therefore, continue to use this kind of reminders because it will simultaneously purify samsara at large. It's unlike the letting go of samsara or letting go of anything or liberate from anything. This is helping through unwinding and releasing. Is different essence. With everything, let go of the letting go itself simultaneously. This will not become samudaya. With everything, let go of the letting go itself. It's not about letting go of the work. If you have to do the work, give up the giving up itself simultaneously while working. Use the reminders simultaneously while working so that you will not have any conflicts with working. There's a lot of mighty force in helping ending for all beings. Let's proceed simultaneously all together. Even there are karma and karmic difficulties, let go of the letting go itself will decrease all the karmic difficulties all by themselves. Conclude well. All the karmic difficulties will be faded naturally. Just use the reminders of let go of the letting go itself simultaneously. Let's not separate anything from anything. Otherwise, who is going to bless who? All the Arahants still continue with the power of purification through the extinction and emptiness within samsara. It's not like the worldly beings thinking. They still here in the samsara with power of purification. When the being still having mindset for obtaining and wishes, it is the karma that is blocking themselves to not be aligned with the essence of the Arahants, unable to bless at the same time as Arahants. They are still here, blessing, purifying samsara through extinction and emptiness, the same as all the Buddhas. They are still holding the space to purify samsara. No matter how many of the Buddhas will be appearing to be enlightened, to bless here on earth, there are those Buddha seeds. They are from the result of the Buddha land. They will come to samsara from all the Buddha lands, the outcome of the Buddha lands. They will be here on earth to help samsara again. Therefore, you don't need to search for any Buddhas or Buddha lands, no matter how many of them. Samsara will still turn into Buddha land as usual. That's why all the Buddha seeds are produced, are assumed up for such a purpose, to be enlightened continuously. Only at the Sunyakap, the time that they will not come down. But somehow the enlightenment of all Buddhas will still continue. The Buddha seed that has been assumed up, they are the kind of supernatural power of the great compassion. There are tremendous number of them. They still refine their blessing in every realm of existence to link with samsara in every realms, from Brahma realm to hell realms. Even in the hell realms, the leaders in the hell realms, they also Buddha seed. There are many of them who are enlightened for many generations already, uncountable of them. From the Brahma realm to the hell realm, there are tremendous numbers of them. Even in the hell realms, they could become like one Buddha era. Their parami, their perfection, is the parami of the Buddhas. Even they are in the hell realms. This has no time involved here. They still bless all beings until there are no more beings in samsara. Therefore, be amidst everything in the way that is not about anyone or anything, being amidst of anything. For the Arahants, they are amidst everything without identity, and they still amidst everything like this, and not in the way of the middle way either. There is no complications here in being in the middle of samsara without having identities here. This is the conclusion. From the essence of all Buddhas, from the past to the present and into the future. Even the Buddha is the president to purify samsara through the extinction and emptiness. How can you try to separate anything from anything for what? This is conflicting with oneself and samsara for what? So whether oneself or samsara, let's have no options, not choosing the options themselves. This will be amid samsara in the way with the purification of the extinction and emptiness continuously. All the great compassion will have less work for samsara. So let's conclude through Nirodha and Nibbana simultaneously. Everything is my from my itself. This is the essence of cutting within cutting itself for samsara instantly. Everything is not attached to the non-attachment itself simultaneously. There will be great power to purify for samsara through the extinction and the emptiness. The aiming to let go is itself the defilement. One must be enlightened to this truth that when you try to not be deluded, is the deluded, is a delusion in itself. This has nothing to do with being deluded or not. So don't be obsessed with being afraid to be deluded or not. That which has nothing to do with let go or not letting go, being deluded or not. That which has nothing to do with my or not my, grasping or not grasping. That which has nothing to do with the uninvolvement itself. It's not like proceeding together in a way with something proceeding. Proceeding with my from my itself is not like proceeding with something simultaneously. Being amidst of everything in the way that is not having any identity amidst anything. Let go of the letting go itself. Having no identity that proceeding altogether simultaneously. Purify through the emptiness altogether simultaneously. Let's conclude well here. Through Nirodha and Nibbana for samsara. Conclude the conclusion itself thoroughly.